Hi friends, welcome back to Playworld, bringing you some more Heroes of the Storm. Today we're playing Angelic Valla, because I figured keeping with the Eternal Conflict theme, let's have some fun. Welcome to the Battlefield of Eternity. Enemy team Zeratul, the Butcher, Siren Hammer, Gazlo, and Nova. Friendly team Nova, Zeratul, Sonya, Murky, and Valla. Rather interesting comps. We'll see how this goes. Let's go ahead and, if anybody needs this thing, I guess we can help them out. Let's go over our abilities really quickly. Our Q ability, Hungering Arrow, is a skill shot, sort of, in the sense that it will follow somebody, so if you get it close enough, it's not necessarily to try to get it in. It's kind of interesting in the sense that if you're a really skilled player, it's a little annoying because sometimes you don't actually get the target you want, but if it's really forgiving for new players. So it's a thing that really makes it Valla attractive to anybody starting the game. Our W ability is called a multi-shot. It's a large cone, does a lot of damage in an area, and our E ability is called Volt, allows us to dash in and out of places in case we get in trouble. And of course, our trait is called Hatred. Basic attacks grant a stack of Hatred up to 10. Each Hatred stack increases basic attack damage by 2% and movement speed by 1%. So we hit harder the longer we are engaged, which is really good. It just takes us a couple seconds to build up. So once the minions come in here, we got to make sure we're always auto-attacking those people. The build we're going to be doing today, because we do have a couple soft targets in Zeratul and Nova, and we got to try to get him out of stealth first, though, is going to be Siphoning Arrow. Hungering Arrow returns damage as health, so it's going to give us a little bit of sustain in case things get scary. We need to be a little bit careful here, because the Butcher can actually basically engage really hard. We do have Siren Hammer here as well, and we got to be really careful about this. He's going to be able to zone us really well. Nothing Nova can do. All I can do is sit here and get a little bit of auto-attack damage into his minions. Make sure I clear the way if he does get pushed back with that concussive blast. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Sonya engaging from the top. She does jump on gas, so not going to be able to do much. We do know that Hammer is still sitting there, so let's go ahead and just throw a random Hungering Arrow. It's going to do a little bit of poke damage. But at this point, I need to get a little bit of a better position. I can't really do much from here. It looks like Hammer, recognizing that I'm not going to be falling into the trap, begins to move. Once he gets settled in, though, it's going to be really difficult for me to displace him. So what I'm going to be able to do is just do a couple licks of damage there and get out of the way and just stay within range to get a little bit of damage done. Hitting up the healing wall right now just to top myself off. I need Zeratul to come here and help out. It looks like Hammer is moving back a little bit. All right, we're going to wait on a cooldown, wait for him to shoot. Here it is, and then we're going to do the double hit and then just dash out. Here comes Zeratul. That should be enough to jump in for the kill, and we're going to be able to shoot him 2-3 times. That is going to be a kill. Now jumping in on the Butcher to do as much damage as we can to try to just wait this charge. It looks like we're going to be able to push him back. Let's go ahead and auto-attack here. I don't believe Zeratul should be taking these things to the face, but we're going to be able to basically help him out. We are going to have to be a little bit late for the engagement on there in the bottom lane. Looks like the enemy team already beginning to do a little bit of damage here. Can we poke? It looks like we are going to be able to basically shoot the Butcher out of here, while our teammates are doing damage in the bottom lane, so securing a little bit of free damage on their guy. It looks like we do have the enemy Nova right there. We're going to hit her a couple times, but I need to disengage as I do not have enough health. But it looks like our friendly team is going to do enough damage to trigger the little animation halfway through. So we're going to back out for the moment being while I do a little battle, get a little bit of health. And man, and Murky does die. Remember, he is Murky, though, not a big deal, so he's going to be back in the fight in a second. However, Zeratul does a lot of damage and takes out our friendly Zonia, and now we're in a little bit of a back foot, so we're going to try to reinforce here from the left. Taking a look at what Zeratul and our Nova are doing. They should be able to pick up a kill on somebody as the enemy team tries to come in here. Looks like the friendly Nova's in a lot of trouble. Let's go ahead and engage here as deep as we can on the enemy Butcher. We do a lot of damage. We need to fight near our guy because it's going to give us a little bit of an edge. The next time we're going to be picking up is Puncturing Arrow, increasing the targets and range of our Hungering Arrow, making it a little easier to land. And if we do land it on a single target, it's going to do a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and land it right there on Siren Hammer. We do pick up the kill, trying to vault and then poke the Butcher as often as I can. However, we do lose another member of the friendly team there. Let's go ahead and be careful here in the engagement with Gazlo. We're doing a ton of damage, and that turret is actually not hitting me. Let's go ahead and Hungering Arrow on him. That's going to be enough to kill him, and let me vault out of the way and then come up here and just auto-attack before Nova kills me. I am very low in health. That's Zeratul. You can see there, I probably should have backed out. When you're this low in health and there's stealthies, you can't really afford to stay in here. The enemy team doing a good job of zoning. Zeratul manages to blink away. Is he safe? It looks like the Butcher's going to charge. Can this stealthy get in time? It looks like he did get hit by the turret, which means the Butcher catches up and starts doing damage. It does take Zeratul down. And now we're definitely in the back foot. I'm going to try to come in here and engage on the enemy team. However, our focus should be on trying to fight the Guardian. But if we lose some towers, this is not good. This is not good. So let's go ahead and engage right here. Hammer's going to get hit a couple times. We're going to be able to get away from here. Don't hit me, mine. There we go. It looks like it is safe. And now we need the rest of the friendly team to group up. We should defend for the time being. We do see that there's the enemy stealthy right there. We're going to catch that Zeratul out of position. pull them back. Here comes the Hungry Arrow. We're going to leave the attack, begin the attack on Gaslo, trying to circle around. He is going to get hit, interrupting that laser, and that's going to be another kill. Let's jump on Nova really deeply. The Hungry Arrow does miss, though, and I need to be really careful. Engaging here on the Butcher, who's chasing Zeratul, doing a really good job of sort of staying alive. Zeratul is, but the Butcher does so much damage, he just takes him down. However, Nova comes in. I am in a lot of trouble as both Tilsies are nearly on me. I'm going to try to go in here. Here comes the Hungry Arrow. It does land. Oh, really close, but the blink saves his life at the last second. And now it's a precarious situation. Murky going in there and doing damage while we retain here and sort of defend. It's actually working out really well for us. Let's go ahead and engage really deeper here on Hammer. I'm going to begin just attacking. Here comes Nova. Hungry Arrow does go out, plus the snipe is going to be enough to pick up the killer, maybe. I do not think so, as Murky does die and Hammer manages to get out of there. We need to basically do a little bit of burst damage, so I'm actually going to try to dive in. 5 seconds till my cooldowns are up. I'm just going to go in super deep here. Make sure I don't get stuck by any of this. Just engaging. Here comes the Hungry Arrow. We do enough damage to pick up the kill, and we're going to be taken down. But now our Immortal is on our side, and it's going to begin to siege the top lane. Worth it? I think so. Although the enemy team is definitely ahead in experience, and now our friendly team is getting chased out of here. Nova is going to die, as Sonya can't really do anything to help her. Although she is running in a really good position. I'm going to try to come in here and engage, as the friendly team is in a good spot to flank. However, nobody else coming. Let's go ahead and get repeating arrow is going to give us more charges of Hungry Arrow if we volt. This is what we're going to do. And then we're going to try to do as much damage as we can on Gasl. Can we get the kill? One more shot? Yes, we can. And now we just got to casually walk away. Like it's not even a thing. Meanwhile, our friendly Immortal's doing a lot of damage on the top lane, so it's actually really beneficial that they stayed here and chased. For the moment being, I'm going to remain in the bottom lane to try to make sure we get a little bit of experience and we catch up. We need to be really careful about this engagement. We're going to be able to hit Zeratul there with the Hungry Arrow as well. That's the multi-shot, and he's basically forced to blink on out of there. Again, we're really low on health. Got to be super careful about this engagement, keeping an eye out for any sort of shimmering nonsense in the background. I can see him right there. But can we get him? It looks like I almost got him. And now I am forced to go way back out of here because I do not have enough health to withstand a full blow from both Nova and Zeratul. For the moment being, let me just go ahead and clear out this turret. It's going to do quite a little bit of damage, but I need to make sure it's dead before we start getting pushed too thoroughly in here. And we're also having a little bit of a mana between our health bar and Gasl's mana bar. Murky is doing a good job of killing these guys. It looks like he does capture the mercenaries. And now I'm going to try to push this lane a little bit hard if I can with the help of Murky. We do have Zeratul dead. I don't know where Nova is, but we can withstand at least a little bit of damage before we vault away. Plus Murky can intercept, and we're going to try to get a couple tower kills here. That should put us ahead. Let's go ahead and just blow our entire skill set there, doing the vault so we can get more Hungry Arrow, but we do not have enough mana. So that was a little silly. For the moment being, we're just going to be content with just killing that one tower. Doing a little bit of damage, make sure we use our multi-shot smartly to start clearing out these guys and make sure the mercenaries are staying alive, because those mercenaries actually do quite a little bit of damage. We're going to be able to clear out the rest of the lane. There is the enemy Nova. Can we do a Hungry Arrow? Yes, we can, and that is going to be all we needed as we continue to push in here. It looks like the enemy team doing the exact same thing on the top fort. Not a big deal, though, as we're trading fort for fort. I will take it gladly. Let's go ahead and engage in Zeratul a little bit. All we need to do is make sure he's not hitting these mercenaries, and we still have the upper hand here. It looks like the Immortals are spawning in 14. We got to keep an eye out. It looks like Murky might be backing up. I need to go ahead and run. That singularity spike does miss me, and I'm going to be able to do that. And now I need to go because I have no mana. I'm absolutely no use under this build. So we're going to back all the way to base. We're going to be a little bit late, but that's quite all right. At level 10, we're picking up Range of Vengeance. Strafe is awesome, but not our cup of tea, particularly with this build. We're already mana starved as it is. So there's not much we can do if you go for a mana-heavy heroic ability. But now we have a little bit of cat control. We can catch stealthies out of position. We can drop it on Hammer. We can do a lot of really cool stuff here. So it's just a matter of us seeing where we're going. It looks like... where is Hammer? I do not see him. I think he went downstairs. There he is. Alright, there's the enemy Nova. We're going to basically go really deep on her. And then just try to stun her, but it did not work out as Zeratul completely obliterated me on the side. She's really weak. That is the enemy Zeratul. Good job of our friend Zeratul doing the cleave and then dying immediately, though. Good jump there between the precision strike and the heroic of Sonya to pick up a double kill. Now she's chasing the Butcher really deeply in here. Can Murky land a slime is going to slow him down? Can he do it? It looks like he is able to finally land a slime, and now this big chase is going on here. Not necessarily the best idea for the friendly team, as this chase is not really going to give us much. But while they're doing that, while they're going really deep and they're keeping the enemy team occupied, I'm going to try to make my way to their Immortal, do a little bit of damage, see if we can get back in this game, because we definitely did lose the top 4. So even though we won the first Immortal, we're not in the best of spots. Let's go ahead and wait for that. Let's go ahead and vaults, so we get another charge of Hungry Arrow, and they just start auto-attacking. We're a little bit behind, though we definitely need the damage here. The enemy team continue to poke. Our friendly team continue to basically harass a little bit. Can we get here on Gasol? Yes, we can. We're going to do a lot of damage. He does get taken down, and now it's a matter of us just actually sitting here and just doing it twice. We're going to do a ton of damage. And now we're approaching the mid lane. As you can see there, once they get to half health, they have the little animation, at which point we can actually get a little aggressive and try to find Hammer, who's actually being the biggest problem for us. Sonya, a little low in health, so you can get bursted down by the stealthy, so I'm going to keep an eye on her, as she's likely to be a target from the enemy team. What we want to do now is just basically see where they're going. I'm going to go super deep in here. Here comes a stun. That is going to chain really well. Let's go ahead and double Hungry Arrow on Hammer, blowing him up immediately thanks to that help from Zeratul. And now here comes the Butcher's going to jump on me really deeply. Let's go ahead and multi-shot and then just auto-attack for the win. That's going to be a kill. Jumping on Zeratul is going to take a lot of damage. Really good octo grab into a precision strike. He's going to allow us to do a ton of damage. And he does go down. The entire enemy team except for Gaslo dead. And now it's just a matter of us going here and cleaning shop on the enemy Immortal. At level 13, we should be grabbing a talent, shall we? What are we doing? Tempered Discipline. After we have full stacks of Hatred, we're going to be getting Discipline. We get just healing on hit, which I think is going to be really good to help our sustain. We do finally have this. I need to back out of here. This is really dangerous where I am. I need to try to get a little bit of health and mana, so let me just make sure I find a good spot to hearth back. I think among these guys should be fine. Oh, look, dead angels. That's devastating. I guess it's just armor. But then again, that's what angels look like, right? We're going to come back, heal up a little bit. It looks like Gasol gets taken down on the top thanks to Zeratul and Sonya along with Murky. Now we're going to try to go in the bottom and help out. That shield's going to be going really quickly. So it's a matter of the friendly team either siphoning back down here or us getting a couple of kills and pushing the fort on our own, or pushing really strongly in the top lane by ourselves. It doesn't look like that's the case. The Butcher does pick up the kill there on Nova. I am very isolated, however, so is the Butcher. So I'm going to try to go in here really deeply, doing all the damage in the world. He does do that little ultimate, but now I'm just going to chase him to the ends of the earth. However, these stealthies are going to try to turn on me. We got to be careful about this engagement. They are still down there. You can see them right there. We do pick up the fort kill, which is all we needed to sort of get back into this game. And now Zeratul doing a little bit of damage, but not much you can do from that position to try to poke at us. We're just going to go ahead and kill this and wait for our cooldown to be back up. Okay, we can definitely catch one of them out of stealth if they're not careful, so that's what we're going to try to do. For the moment being, though, I'm just basically... does I catch him? No. I basically missed him. Here, she's coming really deep on me. Let's go ahead and stun him. That is going to do a lot of damage, and then Zeratul does land that annoying heroic on us. We're going to try to go back. Here comes the Hungry Arrow. It's going to do a ton of damage, and then the multi-shot right behind us. We do pick up the kill with enough health to just run away, because Nova can just get on me, and that'd be devastating. Let's go ahead and just hearth back. Meanwhile, Murky does get taken down, but we do push the lane significantly. Looking at stats really quickly, we're at 19,500 hero damage, leading the pack on both teams. You can see there Murky doing a really good job with 29,000 siege, and the enemy Gaslit leading everything on their side. Although 23 kills to 14, not necessarily the most even game, we still have the same amount of map control. 1 fort to 1 fort. This fort's almost dead. I might as well go up there and try to help Murky get those mercs, because if you can get that fort push, that's going to be significant, as now we're going to have our Immortal pushing really, really severely. I'm going to just skip these guys for now, help Murky just kill them, although he's pretty much done with them. I'm just going to use my auto attacks to finish those guys off and make sure I come in here and help out clearing out the rest of the lane. Our friendly team not in a great spot. They do get taken down. They get a double kill, which is the worst time right now. But because this Immortal is spawning, we might be able to get a fort kill with this push. Let's go ahead and grab at level 16 2 charges of Vault. So now we can do Hungry Arrow, Volt, Hungry Arrow, Volt, Hungry Arrow, which is really awesome. Let's go in here and defend if we can. Trying to get a little bit of a presence so we can fight back the enemy team. I don't see any stealthies for the moment being, so we're just going to go ahead and try to go really deep. As you can see, they're Hungry Arrow. Oh, let's go here on Zeratul. It's going to be enough damage to just pick up the kill, and then we can Volt again. Another Hungry Arrow, and does a lot of damage, as you can see. We have our heroic ability back again. I do not know if that's a real Nova. I don't think so. I hope it's not. Okay. We're going to try to flank here if we can. Waiting for our cooldowns. Oh, this is bad. We're going to try to stun her. Here comes the Hungry Arrow. Not able to really do it in a quick succession, as she does take us down. I was trying to flank this Iron Hammer. But now, luckily, Zeratul knows where she is. He's going to try to go in here through the back and get a kill. No, he's going to try to clear the lane. That is suspect. We want to warn the friendly Nova that is not a good spot. She just killed Gasol, but now she's a little bit on the open. Needs to go back in stealth. It looks like she manages to, and now she's sort of trying to spot where the rest of the enemy team. It looks like the Butcher is solo on top. Sonya's heading that way to defend. Zeratul being the only member of the friendly team remaining behind to do damage. Not necessarily the smartest thing, but again, I am dead, so it's a solid pick. It looks like we're really close in the fight. However, we're slightly ahead. Oh no, we're slightly behind the enemy team as far as damage goes. Really big battle going on there. Big kill, precision strike. If Zeratul canceled that, that would have been huge. but it does not look like he does, and now the friendly team does pick up a double kill, and now Sonya goes down as well. We need to be really, really careful about this engagement. The only thing we can do is try to defend. Good job there. Let's go ahead and throw up a Hungry Narrow. We do pick up the kill. Another Hungry Narrow coming out, doing a lot of damage, and now we got to be super careful. Got to play defensive. I don't know where Nova is. Got to keep an eye out for her, and then as Butcher as well. It looks like he's going to jump in here. We're going to begin attacking. Got to basically re-engage because Nova's going to try to get on us. I don't like this at all. Throw a Hungry Narrow. It does land on her. Here comes the second Hungry Narrow, as long as a multi-shot, and now I'm going to try to basically come in here. Hungry Narrow going out for the last time. We do pick up the kill before she hits us with a triple tap, but now I'm forced to go the way back home because I have no health and no mana, so even though I did pick up a kill, they get the kill on the Immortal. Basically, that was really defensive play on my part. Nothing I could have done. But we're still very much in this game as long as we defend that Immortal immediately. As soon as we have full health, just head down here with the entirety of the friendly team and try to go for a really, really big defense. Have the shields, not the worst, but we're probably, I mean, we already don't have towers, so we might be able to, we might lose this fort, which is not great. So we're going to try to go in here, go really defensive early on. It looks like the Immortal is wasting some of its time. Let's go ahead and engage on Gaslier a little bit, throw out yet another Hungry Narrow, and just poking as much as we can. Gonna try to basically just, oh, that was not close enough, and then we're gonna stun Castle right there, do as much damage as we can. We do pick up the kill, and now let me just auto attack this guy. Looks like the Butcher's gonna get taken down, not a big deal. Trying to do my entire load of damage here. I'm waiting for the cooldown to Hungry Narrow to be done before I hit it, so that way I can vault and do it again really quickly without wasting one of those refreshing charges. You can see there we do take this thing down fairly quickly on our own, but it's not enough to sort of justify, or sorry, to prevent that fort from going down. So I'm going to try to finish it up here before we lose another tower. Should be able to do it. However, the friendly team doing a good job of cleaning up the rest of the enemy team. And now we have a little bit of map control. I'm going to try to go here and help Murky with these guys. I feel like that should be fine. Let's go ahead and Hungry Narrow. I don't have enough mana to follow up. So for the moment being, I'll just go focus auto attack there. We do see that Nova is down there. Oh, this is not a great start. Where is she? I do not know. We got to be super careful about this engagement as I do not have health. I'm keeping an eye out on the top, keeping an eye on the bottom, see if I see anything sort of sketchy going on. We do pick up the kill. We do secure the Mercs, and now Murky needs to back on out of here. Well, he has enough health reaching where it won't matter, though. Still a lot of time on my sippy cup on the healing wheel, so I'm going to go back to the base and get a little bit of mana. Again, that's one of the drawbacks of this build. Normally, if you build auto attack Valla, really sufficient. You can just sort of hang out, auto attack, that'll be enough. But now, I need enough mana to cast 4 Hungry Narrows back to back and manage my cooldown. So one of the really cool things about it is that if you're actually really smart, which I'm not doing this game, but if you're really smart about managing your cooldowns, your mana usage, this becomes a really, really strong Valla build because you're basically just around. I want to try to cycle up here. This is really scary. Don't do this at home, kids, because there are stealthies on the board and they could easily kill me if I'm not careful. But I'm just keeping an eye out. There's the Butcher. I want to try to engage here. I'm going to let them have it because I don't want to go too deep all by myself. I could have vaulted in there, try to contest the mercenaries, but I was afraid the Butcher had some backup help there, or he was going to charge out at me, and that would have been a good game. So let's stick with our teammates for the moment being. It looks like we want to push this lane. That's okay. We are level 20. Picking up Nexus Frenzy, increasing our attack speed and range. It's going to let us have a little bit of, now that we have that Hungry Narrow increased range and targets, it's going to allow us to basically keep our distance between Star and Hammer, which is what we want. We don't want to be inside of his range, taking a lot of hits. Normally, it's either that or Volt of the Storm. Volt of the Storm is just awesome. I would highly recommend getting that. Let's go ahead and attack again from range. You can see that now we can stand a little bit back here, do our Hungry Narrows at a distance. Make sure we don't get hit by that. And we can do a ton of damage without actually being immediately within the range where the stealthies might get us. And you can see that we're actually bursting this down pretty quickly. Slightly ahead on DPS there, but now we might need a wipe on the enemy team to be able to actually handle this. I don't know which way they're going. Again, I'm keeping my distance, trying to stay away. It looks like Zeratul going really deep in there. I want to try to interrupt Nova. It looks like I do, but it's not enough. And then here comes a couple Hungry Narrows, and then another Volt, and then another Hungry Narrow trying to pick up the kill on Gas. So he's taking a lot of damage. Can we pick up the kill? It doesn't look like we can, and now I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm going to need to back on out. Murky does go down. We kill Zeratul, but we do not have any other sort of backup. I'm going to need to go all the way back. Maybe a healing well. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and drink that, try to go for the D, wipe him, and then try to attack their boss. That's the name of the game right now. Really good job of Murky engaging there. Here comes Sonya. She's doing a lot of damage on Hammer, but sadly not enough. And now I am the one who's going to have to come in here and do as much damage as I can. However, I'm taking so much health, and I do get caught there. It's devastating. That was a really good placement of the enemy Butcher's heroic ability. As basically blocked the only avenue of escape I had, and I get taken down. And it looks like Sonya's saying, ugh, GG, as they are beginning to take us down. This thing is going to die. They have half shields, 49 seconds till we come back. And Zeratul and Nova are really unable to do much else. It looks like a really good engagement there from Murky. Doing a lot of damage, but the friendly Nova not taking advantage of the possibility. It looks like Zeratul does take that down. However, this turret doing a lot of damage, and now the friendly Nova misses the, the snipe on the enemy Nova, and she gets down. However, that precision strike is enough to pick her up, and that is the kill. We might still be in this game if we're able to kill this thing and last till the next Immortal, but it's going to be kind of rough at this point. This fort on the top is still barely alive, but still there somehow. Somebody just needs to go in and poke it. Hopefully Murky will be aware of that after they defend this, because we definitely need full hands of deck defending this crazy Immortal in the bottom lane. The shield almost gone by the time he gets to the towers. This tower is not going to last long, as it does waste its time doing one of those little fancy spinny attacks, so he does actually get 2 hits off. And now we're beginning to actually damage it, doing a ton of DPS really quickly. This thing might not be able to kill the fort, the keep, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to be able to do a ton of our, most of our damage up front, get the kill there. Hitting up the healing wall immediately just so I'm topped off in mana. I'm going to try to head to the top and deal with this crazy push, because we need to soften up the pressure on the top lane. We need a little bit of map control. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to respond really well in the next Immortal. And at this point, the enemy team is just getting camps. I suggest we go gank a camp as a group. That's the only thing we can do. It looks like Zeratul is behind us. He does get the Murky Egg. Murky in a lot of trouble. Gasol up top. We're going to try to make it there. Nova getting a little bit of vision on Gasol. Does poke him a couple times. And that precision strike is going to be enough to pick up the kill. No, it's not. But here comes the Hungering Arrow. Yes, it is. And the Hungering Arrow is enough to pick up the kill. And we definitely needed a pick right there. I'm not going to lose my time right there with that turret. Right now, I'm going to try to chase Zeratul, who's chasing Nova. Taking a lot of damage. Can I get in here? We're going to be able to do a ton of damage. Here comes the multi-shot, and we do pick up the kill before we can kill Nova. Now on a commanding presence here, the friendly team is. And I suggest we should push the top lane. I don't know where my teammates are going, but that's what I think we should do. Let's go ahead and just shoot that one time. Should be enough. And now just going to auto-attack this for days. Make sure we're getting a little bit of motion there. Looks like the Witcher's going to go back really close to us. Ah! That animation kind of killed me. I was trying to step back in a little bit closer, but it didn't, and I do get taken down. However, that good triple tap, she does jump the wrong way, and Murky unable to block those shots. She does survive, but now Noah just casually walks up, caught in her own crater, and just shoots her in the face. Meanwhile, our stealthy is nowhere to be found, as they were basically being relocated. This counter-pushing Zeratul play is not my favorite, but I guess somebody has to do it, right? And now Noah's trying to find where the rest of the enemy team went. We had a really commanding presence there, but we definitely did lose our footing close to the edge. We need to try to push this and do a little bit of damage. Maybe even skip the Immortal to go for a keep kill. It looks like it's not going to happen, though. Now, these things going back online, the enemy team definitely has the majority of their guys back up. Zeratul should not be trying to go for damage. It should be trying to go ult. Although I believe our Zeratul went for that auto-attack nonsense, didn't he? Did he not? No, he did go for Void Prism. It's the other Zeratul that went for that Shadow Assault bit. And it looks like the Butcher already doing a lot of damage here. This is where they need to be. They need to try to engage. Really good jump there on the Butcher, taking a lot of damage. That precision strike basically blows them up, and now Gasol is the only member of the enemy team down here with any sort of opportunity to try to hold it. However, lots of damage going down. Zeratul does blink away. Nova versus Nova. Really good interference there from the Immortal. Now Nova walking into starting hammer range, so that's not good news. We're going to try to engage from the top. It looks like he does get taken down. I'm going to try to see where Hammer went. While I keep an eye out for Zeratul, is not the healthiest of things. It looks like he's back there. Okay, so he's probably going to go up top. I'm trying to get an eye on Hammer. If I can find him, I can kill him, and that would be huge. I do not know where he is, though. I do not know where he is. I don't see the damage. Okay, he's going from this side, so I need to basically... Where are you? Yeah, you are. Tons of damage going out, and thanks to Zeratul, he's just going to cleave, and that's going to be a kill. Oh, can I take a hit? Oh, I almost die. I almost died, so I need to run away. I did take a hit, but now I'm in a really bad spot. I'm going to try to bubble Hearth out of here. Oh, Zeratul, I see you, buddy. Oh, I see you. I see them so bad. We do launch that Hungering Arrow. It does poke. We should not be out here. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, and I do get taken down by Noah. There you are. See, I should have just backed out immediately, but I was afraid that Zeratul was going to jump on our Zeratul and kill him. And then I end up getting taken down. A really good hollow decal. Noah's there, though. Sort of holding it back while we do enough damage on this thing. Are we going to be able to kill it? It looks like we're going to be able to kill it before the enemy team gets any sort of damage, as Hammer and Zeratul are down. Noah unable to really do any more poke damage to their Immortal. And we do get a kill. A little bit of breathing room is what we needed. Looking at stats really quick, we're still 43,000 hero damage, keeping up with the enemy Nova, but our friendly Nova shooting up to 50,000. Murray gets 72,000 siege, and Siren Hammer 63,000 siege, respectively. You can see the new tank roll column. Our Sonya has absorbed 54,000 damage, but they don't have a tank, as the Butcher is a melee assassin, so there's no tracking for that. But they definitely have had a really good front line with this Butcher and Gasla combined. They've been doing a really good job. Those turrets particularly doing a ton of damage, making us really pay for the engagement. It looks like our guy's not really going to be able to do that much damage, so he does not have full support. Maybe he'll get a tower kill. That'd be huge. But for the moment being, we're just sort of waiting. The entire enemy team now alive and really far away. Zeratul is still pushing the bottom lane, which again might seem necessary, but not necessarily the best thing. It looks like a good crater there if that's a real Nova. They do pick up a kill. I am coming as fast as I can. We do lose our Immortal immediately. And now Zeratul that is done clearing that bottom lane should come up here and help us, hopefully. But now we gotta be careful. Good engagement there. Let's go ahead and just volt twice. Here comes the stun. He's gonna do a ton of damage. I'm gonna volt one more time. Here comes another Hungry Arrow, and he's gonna auto attack the Butcher. He has chained me, but I don't even care. I'll hang out here all day. So you do pick up a triple kill. Wait for that to go down. And now all the stealthies are dead. So we're gonna push. We're gonna push. We're gonna push with this as deep as we can. Trying to get as many kills as possible. Let's go ahead and throw that Hungry Arrow. Give us a little bit of healing. And just clear out the lane. We need a keep kill right now before they respawn. Now, that is the key to this game right here, right now. If we can do it. It looks like we have enough minions to make this work, so we're going to go ahead and wait for our Hungry Arrow cooldown to come down, and not even need for that, as we're going to be able to kill it. Hungry Arrow right there, and then doing 2 of them in a row is going to put us at top health, and continue to push this lane really aggressively. We should probably go for camps at this point. There's not much else they can do. Hammer is starting to blow me away, so I'm going to try to retreat here. It looks like Murky's smartly going for camps. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and help him. Another Hungry Arrow going down. We don't have enough mana to follow through, so we're just going to hit that auto attack and walk away. Can we just kill the last guy, please? Alright, that is it. And now I'm going to go all the way to the top lane, ask for a little bit of assistance. Maybe Zeratul will come with me. And what we need to do is have these camps up and running by the time the enemy team gets back up here. They're going to be busy dealing with the pushes on the bottom of the top lane, so that's exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and throw a couple hits here. Another Hungry Arrow. Oh, not enough mana. See, again, mana efficiency is a problem, but we're definitely managing. Let me go ahead and back away so we can refill the tank before we go there. Luckily, the enemy team, as you can see, their Hammer up here. We saw all of them dealing with this bottom push. So as long as we're able to go back to the middle, hook up with Sony, and have a strong engage right now and get one more wipe, we should still be very much in this game. There you have the stats, 48 kills to 34. A rather close game. You might think that there's a big difference in kills, but as you can see there, it's really, really close as far as the actual in-game management goes. Let's go ahead and wait for that. Hungry Arrow is going out. Wait for another Volt. Let's go ahead and do that. And that damage is actually mounting up quite incredibly, allowing us to reach the midpoint mark while our guy is still relatively healthy. Let's go ahead and back away. As you can see, not enough mana, though, in this build. I'm going to try to stay really far behind, wait for the friendly team to engage, and then sort of go in for a kill after the fact. But for the moment being, I don't really see anything. Gaslit does get taken down. Where are the stealthies is what I'm wondering. I do not see them. Let's go ahead and engage here as best we can. That's what we need to do. I'm wasting all my damage cooldowns on their guy, mostly because I want to kill it. It looks like the Butcher is going to go deep on us. We are going to get chained. Let's go ahead and stun him. Going to do a ton of damage. I need some help here, but it looks like the friendly team not really turning to help me until the last second, until after I die. Sony's going to be able to do enough damage to the Butcher to kill him. That's smart. He did put the brand on me, I believe. He couldn't heal himself. But that was a good trade. All of their teammates for me, not a big deal. And my teammates are going to be able to DPS this guy down with still relatively high shields. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, you have these mercs pushing really aggressively. So I think we're in a really good spot. That's a really, really good win for the friendly team. Let's go ahead and look at stats one more time. I've died 8 times. It's a lot, although everybody has died at least 6 times. So a really high mortality game. You can see there, our friendly Zeratul 40 kills, Murky 39. Really, really high amount of people dying left and right. It's a bloodbath, and this push down here is really cool. Sonny's saying good game, nice job. I don't know if it's wise to call it that early, because we're gonna need to be able to kill this keep, kill them, and then kill the core. They might still be in this game. One of the cool things about having a 2-lane map is that if you 2 keeps down, you're still very much in the game. I mean, it's difficult, but it's not like, say, Cursed Hollow when you're 3 keeps down and they still have forts up, you know, which is basically, at that point, the map control, unless the enemy team throws, you're not going to be able to win. Here, you can definitely do it. You can see there, we do lose Murky and Zeratul. Again, not the best of engagements right now. The friendly team should remain back, sort of poke. It looks like Sonya does do a lot of damage. She does get, again, Crater on her own. We're basically losing her right there. We do lose Murky again. Nova's going to try to do her best to poke. The only thing we can do at this point is to get a couple kills if we can. It looks like she's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Is this a real Nova? I hope she is, because we're going to be able to do a lot of damage. And yes, she does go down. Let's go ahead and stun the Butcher. It's going to be able to do... Oh my god, it's so obnoxious. And we do pick up the kill in the core, though. And that is good game. 32-9. Not the best display, but I had a lot of fun. My name is Al. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all next time.